Hey guys, so today I want to make a video about healthy vegan pregnancy because this is something that is so possible. And if you don't know about it though, if you're starting as a vegan and you get pregnant, it can be a little bit confusing because all the recommendations are all for regular. Don't touch that. Regular pregnancy, right? Eating meat and a lot of dairy products. So, but I made this beautiful baby as a vegan, and she's vegan too since birth, so since conception, and she's very healthy, and it's totally possible. So, like raising a vegan baby or going through a pregnancy that is vegan is good for many reasons. So, for the health reasons, this is definitely a must. The vegan, not the vegan diet, but the plant-based, the whole food plant-based diet is the one that is shown to prevent and reverse our common diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. So going for that for me is a no-brainer. So for the pregnancy, this is the time of your life where you want to be as healthy as possible because you have a little baby growing inside of you. So you want to provide the best food possible so that your baby is going to be the healthiest possible. So this is why I think that the plant-based diet is the best for pregnancy. So to do that, to do a vegan pregnancy, you're gonna have a baby that's gonna be healthier and thinner because the plant-based diet, it's shown that vegans are thinner. They have less body fat. My baby is definitely not a chubby one. She's in the small ones, but she's fine. She's following her curve. But she doesn't have body fat like many babies. And the other reason why I think it's great to do a vegan pregnancy and to raise a baby as a vegan is the ethical aspect. I really like the idea of raising her to be more ethical, to have more compassion towards animals, like towards all earthlings. Because we're animals too, and I think we should respect the other species. So I want to teach that to my baby. And another thing I want to teach her is the environmental impact that this diet has, because the biggest reason for climate change for green gas effect is animal agriculture. It's cow farts, and pig farts and all that stuff. So don't play with that, baby, go. So this is something else that I want to teach her as a child. Right now she's only 14 months, so she doesn't understand. No. She's biting my microphone. But this is definitely something that I will teach her when she gets a little bit older. So what was great about the pregnancy is that when you get pregnant, you get a list of food that you can't eat, right? And all these foods I didn't eat already. So, because you can't eat seafood and I think the eggs and like there's a bunch of stuff you shouldn't eat when you're pregnant, in just for the fetus. And I already didn't eat that. And that's the thing with the whole food plant-based diet. If you eat like organic food, like I eat organic 99%, and it's very important to me because I don't want my baby to have to eat any chemicals and to eat all the crap that is in the food in our days, and I don't want to eat it anyway. So this is something that I was already doing, and also by avoiding fish and all the sea products, then you're avoiding the mercury and the other heavy metals, and then there's PCBs in fish, and there's a bunch of stuff you don't want in your body, like plastic, for example, because fish eat plastic, so you don't want to eat that when you're pregnant. But what's funny is that they tell you not to eat it when you're pregnant because you don't want to hurt the baby, but what about the rest of your life, when you're not pregnant? You're still poisoning your body, so this is not something I want to eat. It's the last thing I want to eat. So this is something you need to avoid when you're pregnant. So as a vegan, you're already avoiding it. And the other thing I like about the vegan pregnancy is that you don't gain as much weight. Like women will gain a lot of weight when they're pregnant. Why? Because we have to eat all the time, right? You're eating for two, but when you're eating for two and you're not eating good food, you're gonna gain a lot of weight. And the thing is that when you're pregnant, they tell you to eat more protein. But when you're an omnivore, what is protein to you? It's meat and dairy. So people go and eat that, but it's full of fat, so they gain so much weight. But as a vegan, eating more protein means eating more beans, more tofu, more tempeh, more nuts and seeds. This stuff doesn't make you gain weight. So you do gain all the weight for your baby, but that's your baby weight. You don't gain much weight on top of that. So it's so easy to lose all the weight after also. So this is a plus from the vegan pregnancy. And the other thing is the cravings. When you're pregnant, you have cravings, right? And what do you crave? You crave all the bad food. But as a vegan, you're craving, like, you can think about meat and like pizza and poutine, like all the bad stuff that you would never eat. And then when you're pregnant, you think about that and well, you can't go and eat it because you're vegan. When you're vegan, you don't eat that stuff because of ethical reasons. You're not going to go and kill animals because you got a craving. You're stronger than that. So you're not going to go for it. So you never go for your cravings. And that's a good thing because the pregnancy is the last time that you should go for your cravings. I'm not talking about just vegans or non-vegan. I'm talking about everybody. Any woman who's pregnant, I hear that all the time. Pregnancy cravings. Oh, I can eat whatever I want. I'm pregnant. No, it's the last time. It's the last time you should eat what you want. You should eat what's good for you. You should eat what's good for your baby. That's what's important. You should never go and eat the crap. And that's not like such a bad reason to go for those cravings. You should be stronger than that. You should be stronger than what your head's telling you. You should just eat good food. Don't go for those cravings that will just harm your baby. This is bad food. This is not good. It's like empty calories, like full of crap, full of trans fat, saturated fat, industrial sugar. Like, oh my God, I see the things that women eat when they're pregnant. It's crazy. Like, I would never eat that stuff when I'm pregnant. I had like the perfect diet, except for the first 3 months, of course. I was sick, like so sick. So I was not eating much. I was eating like toast with avocado if I could, or because I was puking everything anyway. But then I had a very good pregnancy. And then when you're vegan, you have to take supplements just like regular women. You take your multi that has your folic acid and your B12, like everything's in there. And then I took also a supplement because I took a vegan multivitamin which didn't have the omega-3 because I don't want the omega-3 from the fish, which, like I said, contains mercury. So, and tastes like fish oil. If you're pregnant, you're burping fish oil. Oh my God, it's so disgusting. So you want to go for a plant-based omega-3s, which what I did, it was Nutra VG. I really like them. So it tastes like fruit and it's from algae. And you get all your omega-3 and then I would eat flax and chia every day to get my ALA omega-3. So, I had everything that I needed in my supplements, and then I ate more protein from the beans, like I said, and so yeah, everything was fine. So what I wanted to say is that you can have a very healthy vegan pregnancy with no problem. All you need is a doctor that supports you, that won't like put pressure on you and say, "Oh, this is so dangerous," blah blah blah. You want to have a doctor that is knowledgeable or that is open-minded and trusts you. But you need to know what you're doing, of course. Because you don't want to be missing out on like B12 or. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, and have a variety of food every day and you're going to be fine. And then you're going to raise a very healthy vegan baby. That's what's going to happen, and if you breastfeed, that's even better. Well, it shouldn't be like if you breastfeed. I mean, we should all breastfeed, of course. Makes your baby super strong, resistant to diseases, and it's such a great thing such a magical thing about life and pregnancy and babies. I really love breastfeeding. So yeah, so your baby needs to take the vitamin D drops every day, just like normal babies, and your baby doesn't need to take B12 already because you're breastfeeding, right? So you get all of that in your breast milk. And then when you stop breastfeeding, then you need to supplement with B12. That's the one thing that you need to do when you have a vegan baby. So that's it. And then babies need more protein and fat, so especially fat. So as a vegan, I give a lot of avocados. I make sure she eats her avocados all the time. And I give her like peanut butter, anything that has peanut butter in it, like apple slices with peanut butter in the middle. It's like a sandwich, but it's apple instead of bread. And I mean, peanut butter and jam sandwich. I make my own jam. And then like energy bars, if she can eat it. Sometimes she doesn't like that. But yeah, and then I make curries with coconut milk, and yeah, and I make a bunch of stuff with nuts and seeds. So, and I make her nut yogurt. So I just blend cashews with hemp seeds in the blender with like dates or figs, and then I give her some berries with that. So I try to give her that every day, like as a dessert. And I'll add some nut yogurt in her cereal in the morning, so she gets all her fat. And then like the protein, she just eats meals with beans, like a lot of lentils. Like I make dal all the time, so she likes that. And I make chilies, and she likes tofu and tempeh. So these are all very good source of protein for the baby. And yeah, that's it. And she eats lots of fruits and vegetables. She loves all the greens. She's just I put all my spinach in a steamer, and she just eats it like that. She loves it. And broccoli, she eats the whole broccoli like that. So that's what happens with vegans, is that if you're on a whole food plant-based diet and you eat all these good foods while you're pregnant, then your baby has tasted it, you know, your baby is used to it, and then naturally they love these kind of food. So I always thought it was going to be so hard to make her eat vegetables, because in the movies it's just like, oh, babies don't like vegetables. But no, she loves vegetables, so this is great. So yeah, so it's very easy to have a healthy vegan pregnancy and a healthy vegan baby. All you need to do is educate yourself a little bit and go for it. So I hope this helps, and if you have questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to help. Bye!